The widow and the prophet. There was a terrible drought all across the land. God sent his prophet Elijah to Zarephath. When Elijah reached the city gates, he met a woman gathering firewood and asked her for a drink of water. The kind widow went to get him some, even though water was scarce. As she was going, Elijah asked for some bread too. "I'm afraid I have no bread," she replied. "I have only a handful of flour and a little olive oil in a jug. I am gathering a few sticks to take home and make one last meal for myself and my son." Elijah told the widow not to worry, but to go home and make a small loaf of bread for him. Then she was to make one for herself and her son, for God had promised that the flour and oil would not run out until the day that the rain fell on the land. The kind widow did as Elijah had asked. When she had made one loaf, she still had enough flour and oil to make another, and so it went on day after day. There was always enough food for Elijah and for the widow and her young son.
This children's Bible story was taken from 1 Kings chapter 17 verses 9 to 15. In these days, just like the woman in the story, we have to trust in God to provide for our families. There are many people with limited food, limited cash in their pockets, and low on funds on the bank during this pandemic, who do not know where their next meal is coming from. After all, the current groceries in the cupboards are gone. I'm asking you, if you're one of these people, to please trust in God. I'm asking all Christians to look out for these people during this pandemic and be God's angel on earth and assist these individuals as much as possible. We are in this together, and as a group, we can only make it out as a group in God's name. The memory verse for this day is taken from 1 Kings chapter 17 verse 14. For thus says the Lord God of Israel, the barrel of meal shall not waste, neither shall the cruse of oil fail, until the day that the Lord sendeth rain upon the earth.